Mr. Lohmeier, you were beginning to say what you do believe about January the 6th. So go ahead and finish that thought if you.
Oh, thank you, Senator. What I was saying is that I believe there were many Americans who were gathered that day as part of a protest, and I also think it's been politically fraught for many years, and it continues to be brought up because there's so much uncertainty about what was really going on. Totally outside of my lane as a nominee for the Undersecretary of the Air Force, and if confirmed, it's my job is to organize, train, and equip forces to provide to combatant commanders in the Air and Space Forces, and that's what I'd be focused on.
Okay, Senator Rono, in light of my intervention, do you have any follow-up question at this point? Okay, thank you very much. Thanks.
The comment is that his refusal to answer very clearly the questions that does not reassure me at all that he is qualified to take this position.
Thank you, ma'am. Senator Ernst.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chair, and thanks to all of our witnesses for being here today and for continuing your service to these great United States of America. I do want to start, Mr. Lohmeier, we'll start and talk about an issue that is extremely important to me and to all of Iowa, and that is about our Air National Guard refueling wing located in Sioux City, Iowa. When the National Guard's 185th Air Refueling Wing in Sioux City was converted from the F-16 fighters to the KC-135 tankers back in 2003, the Air Force said it would upgrade the airfield at the Iowa National Guard facility. Again, this is 22 years ago. This is an important issue. It is one I have pushed with the Air Force for a number of years now, so this line of questioning should be no surprise. Because the tankers they do have heavier airframes, they have greater fuel loads that they will be delivering. The runway is unable to hold that load. Okay, so this is critical importance. Unfortunately, the Air Force and the National Guard never followed through on their promise to upgrade that runway. They failed in their commitment to complete the runway upgrade. So I am additionally concerned with this failure because now we have a conversion of the 135s to the KC-46s. And the 185th Air Refueling Squadron could potentially lose its mission because of the failure to upgrade this runway. It will directly impact the retention of the immense talent of these guardsmen in Sioux City. And this is completely unacceptable, and the Air Force must live up to its commitment as of 22 years ago. So, Mr. Lohmeier, is the Air National Guard a vital component of the Air Force?
Yes, Senator, it is.
Is it essential that the Air National Guard has the infrastructure and resources necessary to execute its missions effectively?
Yes, every time the Guard comes up, Senator, I often reflect on the fact that when I was an F-15C fighter pilot, I never even knew what unit happened to be providing fuel to me on the tanker in front of me. There's such a seamless integration between our active duty, reserve, and Guard personnel, and so I think this is a very important issue.
Absolutely, and I appreciate that. If confirmed, do I have your commitment unequivocally that you will fully fund the runway upgrade at the Iowa National Guard facility in Sioux City and ensure it's at the top of the Air National Guard MILCON priorities for the fiscal year 26 NDAA?
Well, Senator, like you, I don't like it when people make commitments and can't keep them. I think it's important to the trust of the American people, and it's important for the Air Force to keep its commitments. So I'm familiar with the history that you've laid out. And unlike perhaps those that have gone before, I'll commit a little bit differently to you that I will be very transparent in my communications with you. I will take this particular issue very seriously, and I want to make sure that if I make commitments to you or to the American people that I'll be able to follow through, or the Department of the Air Force will be able to follow through. So I'll take that very seriously.
That is disappointing, though, Mr. Lohmeier. I think I heard a commitment to Senator Cotton about his home state priority. I am asking for a commitment for my home state priority. The very mission of this unit relies upon an upgrade of its runway. So this is very problematic for me. I have been bringing this up with the Air Force for years now. I am asking that a commitment be honored for our Iowa Air National Guard and the community that supports this National Guard unit. So given the lack of commitment around this project and its direct impact on the 185th's ability to perform its mission, I want to make sure we're not putting the cart before the horse. So again, Mr. Lohmeier, I'll give you a second chance here. Can I at least have your commitment that you will work with the Secretary of the Air Force to pause any discussion on changing the 185th Air Refueling Wing's mission set?
Senator, yes, you have my commitment that I will, if confirmed, work very closely with Dr. Mink, if he's confirmed, to carefully make data-driven decisions, consider all variables. I don't think these are decisions that should ever be taken lightly. I certainly don't like that we can't follow through with commitments that we've made. So I make the same commitment to you that I've made to Senator Cotton, or that I'd be willing to make with any senator in this room, that I'll weigh each matter in a non-political manner, try and make the best decisions for the force. And of course, I'm very interested, Senator, as you've suggested, in honoring the commitments that the Department of the Air Force has made in the past, where that's feasible. And I'd look forward to learning more about that.
Thank you, Mr. Lohmeier. And I want to be clear, this isn't just about the runway. It's about whether our Air National Guard is treated as an equal partner, as you stated earlier, in our national defense, or as an afterthought. And unfortunately, they have been treated as an afterthought. The Iowa's 185th has served with honor, and they absolutely deserve infrastructure that matches their operational demands. I'm going to continue to press on this, and I hope that I have resolution in the near future. We need to make sure these commitments are honored. Thank you, Mr. Chair. Thank you, Mr. Chair.